Okay, now let's talk about the file command. So file command can help us know what file we're dealing with. So in my desktop, it looks like my desktop is empty. Let's create a file. Let's say myfile.txt, and I can use the file command to know what I have here. So file, and then the file name. Press enter. Looks like it is empty. Let me actually open this myfile.txt. Okay, let's write some content here. Well, this is my file. I'm gonna save it. Now, instead of opening, let me use the file command on this myfile.txt. Now it says, well, it contains this ASCII text with no line terminators. Oh, it's even talking about the lines. Let's actually write another line. Well, this is not quite visible, so let me actually expand it, increase the font size of it. Much better. Okay, let me save it now, and then use the same command, file myfile.txt. Well, it's showing the ASCII text. Now let's try to know another one. So let me list out the files I've got, including the hidden files, and we've got this ds store and localized as well. So let's know what kind of file this ds store is. Okay, dot ds store. Press enter, and as you can see, it's the Apple desktop services store. Okay, we could also create a folder. Let's say mkdir, say my folder, and I can know what this is as well. So my folder, well, it's a directory. So file can be used to know what we are dealing with. Okay, now that is out of the way. Let's clear it out. Now let's move on and look at another command called cat. So cat command, well, it's a short for concatenate. However, it does more than just concatenating the things. A cat is used to perform different manipulations on the file. We can use cat to read the contents of the file within the terminal. So let me actually open this my file. So open my file. Let's actually write some more line of text here. Let me copy paste some of them. Okay, let's save it. Now let's use the cat command to open this file. So cat myfile.txt. Okay, press enter. There we go. So it is showing the content of the file. Now we could tweak it a little bit. So we could add the -n, okay, to number each of the line. Press enter, and there we go. It is numbering all the lines. However, this -n has an issue. So to show that, let me actually open the file, and I'm going to put a couple of spaces here. I'm going to save it. Okay, now if I want to number it with this -n, see, this is also numbering the spaces. So for this, we could instead use -b. Okay, this will not number the spaces on my file. Now we can also use the cat command to create a new file. Okay, for that you can write cat, okay, the greater than sign, and the file name. So let's say file1.txt. It creates the new file. Now I can actually write the content in the file at the same time as well. So let's say hello world, this is file 1. Okay, now we need to save it. For that you gotta press Ctrl and D. Okay, this is going to save the content. Let me break out of it by pressing Ctrl C. Okay, now if I cat file1.txt, well, there we go. We can see the content of the file. And if I come here on my desktop, there is this file 1. Okay, and I open it up. Let me expand the font. And you can see the text we just put. Okay, this is one thing I can do. Now another thing I can do is I could, well, concatenate the contents of two files. So let's say I've got these two files here. One is the my file.txt, it's got some content in there, and also this file1.txt. So what I would love to do is concatenate their content to another file. For that, the syntax is cat, okay, let's say this my file's content as well as the file1's content. Okay, I would love to concatenate the content of these two files into the third file. Now I'm going to use this greater than symbol and then name the third file as file2, okay, the txt. Press enter. So the file2 was created, and if I try to see the content of this file2, okay, well, looks like it has indeed concatenated file1 as well as this my file.txt. Now moreover, we can also append the contents of the files. So let me open one of them. So this has the content, file1.txt has some content, and this my file also has the content. Let's say I would love to append, okay, these content inside the file1.txt. So for that I can write cat, okay. Now since I'm trying to append the content of my file to this file1, so it's going to be my file, okay, .txt, and I want to append it to file1.txt. Press enter. Okay, so if I want to read the content of the file1, now, well, the content of the other file has been appended. Now besides cat, we also have a couple of other commands. One of them is more and the other one is the less. Now to demonstrate that, let me actually open another file. Let's say this my file.txt. Let me well, add as much text as I can. Okay, let's save it. Now if I open this file with the cat command, okay, my file.txt, this is going to display everything. Now one of the issues with this is I cannot really scroll through these content. Okay, this is the issue with the cat command. I can't use my keyboard to go through all of them. However, if I use the more command, okay, on this same file, press enter, now I could actually scroll through them. Okay, I could use the up and down arrow key, could also use the enter or the space key to go through them. Okay, that's something I can do with the more command. So that's the main difference between the cat and the more. There is also another one called less. Now less is even better than more. So let's actually look for this same file. Now one of the main benefits of this less is it does everything the more does, plus it actually is going to help us save the memory. So what it does is it just does not read all of the content of the file, and in case our file is really large, well, we can actually use the less command. This is going to be better than the more. Quit out of it by pressing the Q. Now there are a couple of other commands which I would love to discuss as well. One of them is the head. Now head can be used to look at few lines of content on our file. So for instance, if I write head my file, press enter, well, this is going to show me the first 10 lines of the content. Now I could also look at the first 2 lines of text. For that I can write -n and then 2. Press enter. There we go. First 2 lines of text are displayed. Now similarly, there is another one opposite of the head, as the tail command, which is going to display the last 10 lines of text. So if I write tail my file.txt, these are my last 10 line of text in this file, okay, my file.txt. You can also do the exact same thing here to look at, let's say, the last 4 lines of text. Okay, it turns out one of the line is empty, so we have 4 lines of text being displayed.